All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, welcome to another time on the network. This is a new program, guys, with the one of my wonderful guests today, Dr. Rolle. Good to see you today, man. I want to honor you first. How are you today, ma'am?
I am doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new program that I came up with because we got so much good stuff happening and so much things. I'll just say things happening around the globe. And ladies and gentlemen, I came up with reflections. So I'm going around the globe, Dr. Roll, and picking key people to talk about reflections in their own lives today as well. So, guys, we're on a wonderful roll today, if you will. No pun intended. So I'm excited about that as well. But guys, we want you to listen up, and we're just going to have a great time with Dr. JoAnn Roll today as we talk about reflections in her life. But before we do that, guys, I want you guys to get ready to share this out as well and take some good notes because Dr. Roll is an orator. She's an author. She's a teacher, trainer, all the above. I'm going to read you a little bit about her bio, though, before we get started today. Hey, this is Reflections with Kevin Vaughan, and my wonderful guest today is Dr. JoAnn Roll. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, with Dr. Rolle has over 35 years of experience in various sectors and roles. He says she's a consultant, workforce development expert, academic leader who helps companies and organizations with upskilling and retooling diverse talent pools in today's shared gig and knowledge-based economy. She has mentored multiple disciplines, multiple cultures, ladies and gentlemen, and has divergent leaders and entrepreneurs and delivered measurable or return on investment or ROI for her clients. As a founder and CEO of JoAnn Roll Consulting, she leverages her unique blend of skills and expertise, ladies and gentlemen, to identify market needs, improve efficiency for resources and capital, and scale existing systems by recreating innovative processes and navigating changes. She also is a global thought leader on topics of the future of work and entrepreneurship for the underserved. Amen. And a keynote speaker, great orator, great speaker, great thinker, and influencer who advocates for workforce diversity and development. My mission, her mission, is to empower economic and social transformation through education, collaboration, and partnership. Once again, Doc, welcome to Reflections with Kevin Vaughan today. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Amen. Doc, any opening words before we get to our questions for today? Any opening statement or words you'd like to say to the network?
Well, I'm just happy to be here and to talk about reflections. I am honored
Yeah.
that you selected me as one of the folks to come before and talk about reflections in my life. So thank you very much, and I look forward to the conversation.
Amen. Well, thank you so much, Doc. And of course, your life is so important to all of us. So even though people don't know you yet, they will get to know you a little bit today. Well, let's get started, Doc, because of the time. I don't want to keep you too long today because reflections does reflect, but we don't want to take all day doing it either at the same time. I love it. Well, Doc, let me ask you about your personal reflections today, Doc.
Okay, so as I've gone along, I literally came through the civil rights area where I lived in segregation and was one of the first to go through integration in our society. And
Yeah.
so, what I've come out on the other end is to realize that spirituality and a sense of purpose are the
Yes.
core to the very, very complex questions
Yeah.
and guides of what to do next and how
Yeah.
to do that. The purpose, once you find the first purpose, or at least was the what I found, it brought me
Yeah.
some clarity and understanding,
Yeah.
as to the what and the why. If we look at what's going on in the world today, there are many issues, and sometimes in prayer I say, God, why? And the issue and the challenge for me is, I can't change anyone else, but I can change me. And so I look to the inside guides to help
Yeah.
me make the next right step, even though there might be a lot of turmoil
Yeah.
externally. I ask for peace and calmness in that I stay on path. I
Right.
stay on purpose,
Yeah.
on my purpose, and not try it to
Yeah.
be on someone else's uh,
Yeah.
purpose or worry about why. I try to
Yeah.
stay with my why, my what, and my God.
I love it. I love it, Doc. You know, one thing I love about what you're saying, we're both young, but I love getting old because I learned a few things. And so thank God for getting older and be able to be here to figure out some things, Doc. That's powerful. And one thing about this, you are a survivor, no doubt about that, because you're still here. So you know, so that's powerful, Doc. And
Well,
I guess, Doc, yeah.
speaking about Diddy, I don't want to cut you off, but
Oh,
Nikki
you're fine.
Giovanni just died over the weekend, and one of the
Yeah,
quotes, yeah,
yeah.
one of the
Have you
quotes
ever
that
met,
she.
did you meet her? Have you ever met her?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
I actually, I mean, she's one of my heroes. I thought I was going to be a poet and a
yeah,
writer and artist that way, and so I followed her work. Her ego
yeah,
tripping, I performed that many
yeah,
times on stage and
yeah.
in classrooms. But one of the things she said, and it was written in the New York Times yesterday,
Oh,
was it's good to get old because
yeah,
then you get a chance to
yeah,
see the
yeah.
contributions and the work that the young people are doing. And all you need to do is get out of the way because you've already done your part.
That's right.
So getting old
Yeah,
is a privilege, really.
yeah,
Is a
I love it.
privilege that not everyone has. And we
Yeah,
have our part to guide and
yeah,
shepherd
yeah.
when needed. And I say
Right.
that carefully
Yeah,
because the world
yeah,
is very different. It's coming
yeah,
out very different. So
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
Nikki Giovanni, may
Yeah,
she rest in
yeah,
peace.
yeah. I love it. Yeah, because of her, I started writing poetry. I'm now a poetry writer myself. So because of her, I love that. When I said I can do that too, I guess, So I
Oh,
love writing
wonderful.
poetry.
What's your favorite poem from Nikki? What was your favorite poem from her?
What I don't have one from her yet, but she encouraged me to write poetry.
Oh, did she? Oh
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah. She
gosh.
encouraged me. Yeah, I can't remember any of hers right off the top of my head. I have read some of her work, but she encouraged me to write my own poetry.
That's
Yeah,
so wonderful. See how empowering that is? Just and that's one of the things I said. Words do matter,
yeah,
and
they do.
she was a maestro.
Yeah, they
And
do.
the fact that she encouraged you and you began writing poetry,
Yeah.
that's so wonderful. Thank you for that for today.
No, thank you so much as well. Yeah, matter of fact, I have to contribute because I even wrote my mom when she was with me. Doc, I wrote her a poem, and it was just I just flowed with it. Before she passed, she was able to read it. So, and matter of fact, she wrote me one back. So I thought that was pretty. But she passed. That's powerful. Doc, this wasn't on the list, but I wanted to ask you, what were some of the most influential people in your life to bring you to where you're at today? You don't have to mention everybody, but any couple people stand out that kind of guided you and kept you on track?
Okay, so there's two tracks. I'll talk a little bit about professional, and then I'll talk a
Yeah,
little bit about personal.
yeah,
Uh, you know, I became an academic administrator,
yeah.
and throughout my career, there were special people, but one special person, and she would blush if I said this, was
Yeah.
Dr. Linda Jolly at an upstate college. Yes, she was the first
Wow.
African American senior official at this college, and
Yeah.
when I was hiring, when I was looking for a move
Right.
and interviewed, she said, and this is what we have to do. We have to make our voices known. She
Yes.
said, I want her. She said,
Yeah.
I want her.
Yeah.
And because she said that, I felt obligated to perform and not let her
Right.
down.
Right.
And that was the my first senior position. I was a dean at that point in time. She was a provost, and she said, "I want her." Those were that was so empowering to have
Yeah.
a Black woman
Yeah. Yeah.
in the face of a non-Black administration and board for
Right.
that to say, I want this Black woman to
Yeah.
help me
Oh,
do the work that I've got to do. So Linda Jolly and
yeah.
is one on the professional side, and there are many others, but that
Right.
was like the beginning.
Yeah.
And there are a few others, but let me talk on the personal side.
Yeah.
I have to give honor to, and they're not here to hear this, but my parents, both Livingston and Grace Rolle. They gave us the foundation that education was important, and they were very spiritual. My father was a bishop, and my mother was a missionary.
Oh,
And
what?
well, while I was going through, I didn't appreciate it, but I
Oh, we
appreciate
don't.
it now.
No, we don't do that. Yeah, we don't appreciate it growing up. Yeah, we don't.
The values, the
Yeah.
honesty, the integrity, the hard work, the take care of each other, take care of, your
Yeah.
sisters, your brother, take
Right.
care of yourself. All of that came from the beginning. And sometimes we take that for granted, but I've
Right.
seen a lot in the years since, and parenting is not easy. And
Mhm.
so I would, in fact, I tell people very honestly that motherhood is the toughest job I've ever had. There was
Yeah.
no
Right.
book, there was no guide.
Right.
You just had to do the best you can,
Yep.
and that's what I say. You do the best you can as long as you can.
Yep.
Um, and somehow things things work out. But it was that
Yep.
beginning faith and that beginning
Mhm.
teaching
Yeah.
to do the right thing, to
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
do the right thing no matter what. And there are consequences. There are lots of
Yeah.
consequences. But that
Yeah.
initial foundation came from them. And honestly, if I was to be honest, because we lived in a village, meaning that our neighbors, we knew the neighbors up and
Right.
down,
Right.
and the church,
Yep.
the people in the church help to
Yep.
bring us along
Yep.
in, the way,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Absolutely.
Now you can stray, but at least you know the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, exactly. I love it, Doc. That's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing that part. I just thought about that. There's always somebody that keeps us going and guides us, as you know, to get us where we are today. So thank you so much for sharing. I know there's so many more people in your life, no doubt about it, that's helped you over the years as well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, this is Reflections with Kevin Vaughan. My wonderful guest today, Dr. JoAnn Rolle. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just talking about her reflections today. I'm trying to stay out of there because we got some reflections, don't we? So I'm trying to stay out of there a little bit. So Doc, let's go to the next question here. What about three things you have learned from your reflections?
Okay, so the very first thing is that people matter most. There's a
Ah,
lot of there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of things out there, but where
yeah,
I ended up
yeah,
in my time is that people matter most. Our connections and relationships, they are not random. It's not a coincidence or an accident that I know you, Kevin. So we are all put in each other's lives
yeah,
for profound purposes and for our souls on our journey, and so I don't take
right,
people for granted.
right,
People matter.
yeah,
People matter.
yes,
And
they
so
do.
that's the first. The second is, and listen to this, it's more blessed to listen than to speak.
Ah, that's good. I love it. I love it.
In the beginning of my career, I used to want to talk a lot. I wanted everyone to hear my voice. But what I
Right,
found is if
yeah,
I listen more to the pain, the joy, the goodness, the challenges of others, I could identify and have a
right,
better quality
yeah,
uh, experience for them and for me if
right,
I just listened a little bit more. So people watch me and they say, well, you're quiet. I said, I'm
yeah,
quiet, but I'm
right,
listening. I'm
right,
processing.
right,
I'm trying to understand
right,
how I can help and support you or how you can help and support me
right,
better.
right,
And the
right,
last one is it never stops. Learning is a lifelong journey. Embracing this mindset allows for growth, resilience, and a constant rekindling of curiosity. I'm an academician, I'm an educator,
yeah,
but all of that started with learning. And I have a true joy for learning. I mean, I used to take classes without credit,
Yeah.
because I wanted to have the knowledge.
Right.
And
Yeah.
especially as the world is changing so fast right now. I also was with IBM at the early part of my corporate career, and what I
Yeah.
noticed was that the applications, at
Yeah.
first they were 24 months, then 18 months, then 9 months, then 6 months. And what I got from that is a continuous refresh. As
Yeah.
individuals, as people, we need to continually refresh, or
Yeah.
like machines, like systems, you obsolete.
Right.
So a lot of what goes on now is that we can't just sit on what we learned 10 years
Right.
ago, or
Right.
what we learned 5 years ago, or even what we learned last year. Technology. I work in the intersection of technology,
Yeah.
entrepreneurship,
Right.
and education. Technology is changing so fast. I mean,
Yes.
we witnessing the
Yes.
changes. I mean, it was changing fast before, but this is
Right.
light speed
Yeah.
change. And
Absolutely.
so, in order for us to be able to achieve some of our goals and objectives for our community, which is for me, economic development and growth,
Yeah.
we need to be aware of what's going on. We don't have to participate in everything, but
Right.
we
Right.
need to understand
Right.
um, how to tap in to
Yeah.
some of what is going to be great opportunity. It's already great opportunity, and
Yeah. Yeah.
not enough folks in our community
Yeah.
have access to
Hmm.
those opportunities for all kinds of reasons, structural and otherwise.
Yeah.
But those are my three things. People matter. It's more
Yeah.
blessed to listen than to speak, and learning is a lifelong journey.
Oh, I love it. Hey, Dr. Roll just gave you guys a heads up on the future, your future. Anybody younger than us, you guys just saw the future there. So if you follow those things, three things, you'll have a great future. But you got to learn how to master those for yourself. We've already figured it out, but we want to help you as well. On top of that, that's powerful, Doc. Thank you so much for sharing that little insight there. Hey, if you're just joining us, guys, this is Reflections with Kevin Vaughan, with Dr. Roll, JoAnn Roll. And we're talking about her reflections of her wonderful life to date. Doc, we can segue right into this one. One of the things the good Bible talks about is that the older people are supposed to teach the younger people, women and men. We're supposed to teach the men, and women teach the women. So we're doing that today. So thank you so much. And I trust that the young people out there listening, Doc, will understand this, because this is going to go on TikTok. So you TikTok listeners, you better listen to Doc today. And if you got any questions, you can contact me first, and we'll make sure you get in touch with Doc if you have some specific questions there in that area. But Doc, let me ask you about the next one. The three things that you would have us, the audience, consider, because I know you're an educator, you're a teacher, trainer, consider reflecting on or look back on about our own lives. Because some people don't think about their own lives sometimes. They're just moving through space and time, which is great. I know you're busy, you got to work, you got businesses, you got your family, you got to take the kids here, but you got to have some type of look back to see how well you're doing. But Doc, can you help us out a little bit in that
Well,
area?
when I was in the classroom, I used to tell my students,
Yeah.
find your passion. And many of them said, well, we don't know what we're passionate
Right.
about.
Right.
Find your passion, because that will
Yeah.
help you to find your purpose. My
Yeah.
purpose was different, and it took me a while to get there. I mean, I
Same
went through,
here. Same here.
yeah. I went
Yeah.
through a government career and a corporate career, and then I came to the academy, which I never thought I would land on. But
Yeah.
therein, I found my purpose. And so, for each of us, we're all unique, even though we are all the same, we're all unique, and we all have our own unique purpose. So, look for your purpose. Don't end up at the end living someone else's life, living someone else's dream.
Yeah.
Find your own purpose and
Yeah.
execute on that. And then think, this is key. Think about the path to executing your purpose. It's one
Yeah.
thing to have the dream, but a dream without execution is just that, a dream. So,
Right.
find a path. Once you understand what it is you are here to do, find a
Yeah.
path to execute it. Uh, your actions, so that your actions truly align with what matters to you, not what
Yeah.
matters to everybody else, or whatever is going on externally, but what matters to you. And finally, this one is key.
Yeah.
Embrace a life of gratitude. A
Uh,
lot of people always are, I want, I want, I want. But think about where you are and what you have, and be grateful for that. so that
Yeah.
the universe, so your faith in your God can give
Yeah.
you more to help you achieve your purpose. Gratitude allows us to connect deeply with
Yeah.
our higher power, enabling a harmonious transition. We all came from somewhere and we
Yeah.
all going back to somewhere. So be grateful
Yeah.
and positive. I hear, and it's not just young people, but in
Right.
general, I hear some negativity and some,
Yeah.
and my thought is, we don't want to bring negativity into existence. We want to bring the positive force into existence.
Right.
And we stay humble with lots of gratitude. And those
Yeah.
are my three things. Find your purpose, execute on it, and be grateful for
Yeah,
where
Doc.
you are and what you have.
Oh, I love it, Doc. That's powerful. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dr. Rolle talking to you guys. Y'all better pay attention. She is an educator, and she's done a great job over the years, and still moving into another phase of her life. But she's still teaching and training, so y'all pay attention. I love it, Doc. That's powerful. Hey, if you're just joining us, guys, this is Reflections with Kevin Vaughan. We're talking to Dr. JoAnn Rolle about her reflections that brings her to her wonderful journey today and life today as well. Doc, I wanted to add one more before we go to thoughts, final thoughts and takeaways, is how important is faith today? We got to have some faith, something higher than us, don't we? Oh, Jesus.
Well, I think you answered your own question.
Yeah.
Faith is extremely important.
Yeah.
If you look around you at the world today, it's in a lot of places it's chaos, straight up chaos, war, and rumors of war.
Right.
And so we who are believers
Woo.
have to know that faith in our God will see us through. We will find our purpose, execute on our purpose, and know that we have help and support to do that, no matter what. So no matter what is going on outside, as long as we stay to our faith and do the next right thing, and I'll close soon on that, it's going to be okay. Yeah. And sometimes that's hard to see.
Yes, it is.
I can tell you, and I'm not going to talk off, but sometimes in my life, it has been hard to see the good. But when I was on the course, I could see why that was done. So you have to have the faith that no matter what, we who are believers believe that all things work together for good.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you so much, Dr.
So even though it right now might look cloudy,
right,
gray skies, that really is a true statement outside my, but at some point the sun will shine.
Absolutely. That's the master plan. There's a master plan, folks out there. I don't have the answers, but there's still a master plan. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's wonderful, Dr. Rolle. Thank you so much. Had to get that in there because, that's really what keeps people going each and every day, as you know, in that area. Well, Doc, let's go to the final question because we're winding. We've got about 3 or 4 more minutes here, but your final thoughts and takeaways for today on reflections of your life.
Oh, so my final thought is, and it took me a while to get to this, but this is where I am, is to trust my soul. The soul is everlasting. Wow. Trust the soul is everlasting. It has an intrinsic wisdom and clarity that when followed will lead me to the promised land. I believe that. And stay aligned with that inner voice. I mean, a lot of times, the water gets murky, but that inner voice is channeling to the right direction. It knows the way, even when the path seems uncertain. Because you just talked about faith. All we see is physical, but the soul sees. And so sometimes we're doing something we don't know exactly why, but if we have faith and we stay close to our inner voice, we find the way. That has been my experience. A lot of things that I've done and I didn't understand why, but when I came out on the other side, I said, oh yes, it was the Spirit. So those are my final words. Trust your soul. Get in touch with that inner voice.
Oh, I love it, Doc. Thank you so much. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to Dr. JoAnn Rolle about her reflections of her wonderful life. To date, she's still got a journey to go. We all got a journey each and every day. Matter of fact, it's a new journey today. Each and every day is brand new. This day has never been and never will repeat ever again. So we're going to enjoy the moments with Doc today. We're going to enjoy the time with you as well out there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, also, too, I want you guys to reach out to Doc if you want to contact her. Probably the best way is through LinkedIn. Guys, she's on LinkedIn. You can see her wonderful name there. Just type that in and you'll see her wonderful and beautiful picture there as well. On LinkedIn, if you want to get in touch with her, if you got any problems, if you want to contact her for speaking engagements or anything like that, as well, get in touch with me. If you can't get a hold of her, let me know. We'll make sure we connect you guys together with that. Doc, wow, incredible. Thank you so much for your time today on this Reflections of Your Wonderful Life. Incredible.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Really.
As you know, you're always welcome. We want to keep track of you. So if you're doing some things that extraordinary and something new, let us know. You come back on and let us know about it too as well.
Will do. Will do.
Amen. Well, let's close out, Doc. Hold on a minute while we close out. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I want you guys to share this out. You never know the words that Doc shared today that will change somebody's life. How about this, Doc? Just encourage them, right? And maybe give them a little motivation for today. Some people just need a hug. You know what, Doc, I found out people just need a hug or a little motivation or somebody just to listen to them, as you said earlier. You know that? It's amazing. Some people just want you, just listen. I don't want you to say nothing. I just need your attention for about 10 minutes and they be good after that, So let's pay attention, guys. Matter of fact, let's be patient with people as well, Doc. I'm learning that. You got to be patient with folks too, guys. Be patient, be loving, be kind and respectful, all the above. And the wisdom of God will help you go through that time with individuals or with groups or whatever. But our goal is to make sure you succeed each and every day with people, because like Doc started off, people matter. We matter, you matter as well. Hey, I'm going to leave you with this, Kevin Vaughan. Remember to always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other. And remember, there's nothing you can't do if you just listen to somebody else. Amen. All right. God bless you, everybody. And take care. We'll see you next time on Reflections with Kevin Vaughan. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye. Thank you, Doc. Again, thank you for your time. Have a great day. Okay, and happy holidays, Doc. Yeah, happy holidays. We'll get that in there. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you, too. Stay safe.
Amen. Yes, everybody stay safe. Bye-bye now.